A Scot has been jailed in Ukraine after he admitted working for the Russians in the war-torn country. Former soldier Ross David Cutmore was initially operating as a military instructor after travelling in 2024 to help train Ukraine's troops. But he's now been convicted of leaking sensitive information about the location of soldiers and details related to other foreign military trainers. Cutmore from Dunfermline in Fife pleaded guilty at an April the 30th hearing in the Kyiv District Court in Odessa, according to Ukrainian authorities. We told you I was nicked last year about a probe into his links with Vladimir Putin's regime. Ukraine SBU spy service said at the time he was accused of smuggling weapons to Russian hit squads who murdered a former MP in Lviv and an activist in Odessa. Kyiv claimed he was recruited by Putin's ruthless FSB spy agency after being lured in by the promise of making easy money. He was also accused of betraying the names of his fellow foreign volunteers and the coordinates of Ukrainian military bases to the FSB. It's now emerged he's been sentenced to 8 years after agreeing a deal with prosecutors and cooperating with investigators. We revealed in December he had been detained and unmasked with the help of the British Secret Services, including MI5 and GCHQ. It's understood he was training Ukrainian conscripts in the southern city of Mykolaiv, but he gave up his job in September and moved to the port city of Odessa. It was there that investigators claimed that he shared messages on pro-Kremlin websites offering to spy for money. Cutmore had his identity covered up during his initial arrest as he was seen being hauled into court where he appeared before a judge. Ukrainian officials originally accused him of preparing to commit bomb attacks before they accepted his guilty plea to lesser charges. He was also earlier suspected of receiving instructions on where to find a loaded pistol with 2 magazines. The weapons were originally used to kill activist Demian Hanul, who was shot dead in a street in Odessa in March, and former MP Irina Farion, who was shot outside her home in Lviv in July. Farion infuriated Moscow for years before she was shot and killed in her home city, Lviv, in July 2025. The professor was rushed to hospital after being shot in the head by a gunman. Hanul, on the other hand, was shot twice with a short-barrelled gun as he walked on a street in a Black Sea port. Investigators are also probing claims the disgraced soldier provided firearms used to kill former Ukrainian Parliament Speaker Andrei Paruby, a key anti-Russian figure. Paruby, former Secretary of the National Guard and Defence Council of Ukraine, was assassinated in Lviv in a broad daylight attack on August the 30th, 2025. The killing sparked wide shock and condemnation across Ukraine, but it was celebrated by hardline Russian war fanatics. Cutmore was paid at least £4,500 for the work he did for the Russians, the SBU spy service added. We told of his dad's Ross Sr.'s shock when the allegations emerged. Mr. Cutmore said he's a grown man and makes his own decisions. The last time I saw him was Christmas time almost a year ago. I knew the news was coming. We were told a few weeks ago. He has never lived here. I haven't spoken to him since he was arrested. My ex-wife, his mum, has been in contact with the Foreign Office over it. He added, "It came as a shock to me. I'm just lost for words. I'm just a normal person. I go to work, just living my life. Normal family."